right, I gave you a warning. We're gonna start. Is that what?
No.
Oh,
So what did you call them 8 down to?
8 by 10,
8 by 10.
and it
'Cause that's your
should
starting
be.
point.
Yeah. I want it to be where it's supposed to. There. Okay, that works. All right. So 8 by 10, and then we'll column 8 down if need be. I'm going to have you in that semi kind of oblique position with your shoulder up against there, and then turn your face towards me. Bring your whole face towards me just a little bit. The goal, and she's done very well, is to get the mid-sagittal plane perpendicular, interpupillary line, or parallel, mid-sagittal plane parallel, interpupillary line perpendicular to the IR. And my target is midway between here and here on the zygoma. So I'm going to be coming up, and I'm going to have you take a tiny step backwards. Perfect, right there. Okay, now I can collimate down to where we include the mandible, and we have just enough room for a marker right here. And since it's her left marker, or left face in contact with the left marker right there, hold your breath, don't breathe. Breathe and relax. Okay? Lateral facial bones.
So you don't have to have them.
No, not at all. You don't want their
That.
cheek up against it. It's really the ear, so that you
Okay.
can have the mid-sagittal plane.
But it's not like
Parallel.
this and then this.
Mm-mm.
It's here. So you want this here.
You want the body angled, yeah.
Okay.
Because if you put the body lateral, then you're gonna have a hard time getting up there where you need to be. Okay. What is the next view? Waters.
Yes.
Waters.
Waters.
So I'm going to move my marker over here. We're going to go back out to the 8 by 10, and doesn't matter top or bottom. Put your chin right up on the board for me. Okay, because we want our mental meatal line perpendicular, so chin up just a tiny bit more. And that gets the nose up. We want that 37 degrees, but the mental meatal line perpendicular. And we're going to be exiting through the acanthion, because the other name for this is the parieto-acanthial. So it's going in through the parietal bones and out the acanthion. And so I would have you go to your left just a tiny bit. Right there. So mid-sagittal plane perpendicular. The OML is at 37 degrees. Mental meatal line perpendicular. Hold your breath. Don't breathe. And breathe and relax.
What do you collimate that to?
It's the 8 by 10.
Oh, okay, so it stays 8 by 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that way you pretty much have all of it for facial bones. Now, if it's just like next week we'll do orbits, then you'll collimate down to just the orbital area. But for facial bones in general, you leave it open to the 8 by 10. What's the next view?
Are you gonna do reverse waters?
There's really not a need to. Yeah.
Caldwell?
All right, Caldwell is the Caldwell that we did last week, so that doesn't change anything.
Lateral for nasal bones?
Okay, lateral. Lateral from nasal bones. You really could do tabletop with the IR outside. Yeah, like it shows in Meryl's. Or if we're doing it here, now remember that CR is more sensitive to scatter. So be aware of that. Because here I won't be able to block with the lead. All right, but I'm going to collimate down to, it said what, 3 by 3? But I'm gonna give that generous thing here. But it's the same lateral that we did before,
Oh,
so
since this one.
you're gonna be angled, you're gonna come towards me. All right. I'm going to have you back up just a tiny bit so that we're coming in a 1/2 inch distal to the nasion, which is right where the cartilage and the bone from the nasal bones meet right there. Now I can collimate up or into the orbit and up to the mouth, so that really all that we have here is the nasal region, but we want the mid-sagittal plane parallel, interpupillary line perpendicular. That looks good. So this is her left side, so we have the left marker right in place here, and then beep, okay? And now we can see that I've maintained it on that side of the IR. So now I can move this and have it on this side, and I'm gonna have you
The other side.
turn your face the other direction. We're doing the same thing. Okay, well, because of, we could do this and then move the tube this way. Oh. All right, back up just a tiny bit, come forward here. Right there. And then we can put our right marker here. Now, because, you relax, because this is such a small bone, when you're doing it directly on the IR like that, tabletop, either upright or on the tabletop, you use a finger technique for nasal bones because they're so small. And so you don't overexpose your IR. So a finger technique.
Can you do thyroid color?
You could, but it's really,
It's so small.
yeah, it's collimated very tightly and we're using very, very low technique. Okay, what's the next one?
So is it easier if you can lay them on the table on top of the
Mhm.
IR?
SMB.
Okay, this is the fun one. All right, I think that what we need to do though, I'm gonna demonstrate it a couple of different ways. Do you feel comfortable doing it standing up, or would we be better to get a chair